because he gets a lot he gets a lot off of like platform extensions.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, we're seeing small battlefield, quite an explosive stage. We're seeing a lot of SBF today, but you know, I think Imzon is one of the more, you know, fundamentally sound characters. A lot of the other Kazuyas, you know, it's like just a lot of mashing electric, but you know, Imzon not afraid to use his normals because, you know, everyone talks about Kazuya 0 to death, but he also has a ridiculous set of normals. His upper and forward air are like fantastic. Platforms. Like, I think that's what differentiates, you know, Riddles from the rest of the Kazuyas is that usage, but that's it's gonna be Imzon taking the first stock of the set with a nice conversion. But greedy forward smash, you know, Imzon, he has that matchup experience. He's not gonna fall for any of these gimmicks. Or Rage Drive online. Luckily, you're not a kill percent if you're Hexer. That's a lot of damage nonetheless. Oh, what are we gonna do with it? It's not a kill, but that's 74%, and Rage Drive is gonna find the kill now. Not quite. Oh, I think Hexer side B'ing and extending his hurt box into the blast zone. But that's going to be Imzon with a 3-stock-to-1 lead, not finding the kill there though. But this is, wow, so dominant from Imzon so far. Really, you know, stratting his stuff, showing he knows this matchup, showing this is not Judicus. Wow, delaying the electric to bait the up smash. Parry as well. Wow, Imzon playing out of his mind, to be honest. Looking for the down B, but doesn't find it. A good get-up attack from Hexer is going to dissuade that. We're going to get the edge guard. No. Finding the jab into Gates of Hell. Do we find the edge guard to close the 3-stock for game 1? Not quite. You know, Imzon getting a bit overzealous, but, you know, you're not really in a position to worry too much. You kind of afford to take those risks. Oh. You know, Hexer with an unfortunate SD is going to steal game 1. But, you know, if you're a competitor, you SD in a spot like that, you don't mind too much. You're already in a heavily losing position. You know, you'd rather SD then than later in the set when, you know, the game's a bit more winnable. Back to SBF. Go with gold. Oh, my bad, man. But Imzon not even phased, man. He's looking to he's already looking at Shanique, man. He's not fussed about this obstacle. But you know, I'm sure both of these players would love a shot at Shanique. You know, number 2 in the UK right now. But Hexer already with a significantly better opening in the last game, finding those up airs and gets the cart into up B too.
Already at 90.
Yeah, Hexer coming in with a breath of life. Ooh, I like that. Not quite catching the roll, but he was ready for it. That up smash is gonna do it. And from such a dominant game 1, we see an early lead for Hexer, a complete change of the tide. Greedy side B on the side of Imzon, but a good up B out of shield. Hexer looking for the tomahawk grab, but Imzon wiser to it. Oh yeah, Imzon slowly chipping his way back into this game. Hexer looking to get any extra credit he can. Oh, that should be a lot of damage. You find the up air. Not getting the platform reset though, but nonetheless that's 64%. Okay. The iframes on the Dragon Wind, whatever the thing, fist, going through the cart. And a dash attack to cool out the tech out. And, you know, we're looking at a much more even game now. Ooh, this is scary. I think he's just SD'd. If Hexer can find it, but what an air dodge, wow. Pixel, perfect air dodge, keeping the stock alive, but a good shield poke. Ooh, are we going to find this edge guard? What is it? That was some new technology. And Hexer, wow, what an edge guard. We're looking at, you know, Imzon's last stock for game 2. Hexer grabbing the wrong way. Is that going to cost you? Not finding the stun though, that would have been deadly. Hexer playing with a newfound confidence, parrying a side B that would have cost him his life, and pushing this advantage state even further. Is that gonna? I think that's gonna take it. Wow. From a game that looks so dominant for Imzon, Hexer answering straight back with a 2-stock of his own. You know, showing Bowser Jr. has the tools to combat Kazuya. But moving to Hollow Bastion, I like the stage switch for Imzon.
3, 2, 1, go!
But you know, it's proven so far that a lead is so important in this set. You know, both of them have taken leads and just run with it. So this first stock is going to be very important, and it seems to be Hexer finding the first big opening. Not finding the tech on these nairs, but Hexer looking for that tech out. This is big for Imzon, but not finding the sweet spot on the nair. It's big damage, but Raid Drive is now online. This is dangerous, Gates of Hell. Not quite getting the edge guard and trying to tech the up B. You know, the up B not connecting. What? Double grab. That's going to be a lot of damage from Hexer. But that should do it. So much damage from Hexer, just pushing this advantage state like crazy. Imzon looking to fight his way back into this game with his anti-airs. It's not going to do it, but you find the frame trap, you do, but not getting the sweet spot on the hammer. Imzon ready to play around the up B this time, but a greedy side B is going to cost him his stock. You know, Hexer showing his own prowess in this matchup. That's so much more damage. Finds a turnaround up tilt. And that's 63%. Hexer looking unstoppable right now. Looking for the tech out, but doesn't find it. Hexer just relentless in his pressure. Imzon not getting greedy this time, but the jab one, knowing, you know, jab versus Kazuya with his budget tough guy is a bit scary. Again, it's just a shield pressure from Hexer that doesn't stop. And the spin out isn't going to take it yet, but you're in a very good situation to close the game. Not finding the forward smash, but not getting the electric to punish. Forward throw isn't going to do it, but it puts you in a very good position. Hexer going for the edge guard, doesn't find it. Ooh, an up B to cool out. Hexer covering the airspace. A winnable game nonetheless for Imzon. All it takes is one good opening. But the up smash out of shield is going to take it on the forward air. Hexer, wow. I think Hexer is doing such a good job at mixing up the tempo. It's like his pressure is so relenting in advantage state, but then he's not scared to slow down the game when it comes to neutral, when it comes to, you know, disadvantage. The way he's changing the pace right now is fantastic. We'll have to see if Imzon can keep up with it if he wants to change the outcome of this set. But back to Hollow Bastion we go. Again, you know, it's been the tale of this whole set is whoever finds that first stock and gets the lead is huge. And it's looking to be Imzon, but not quite finishing the conversion. And that's Hexer getting damage of his own. Again, that cart to up B is putting in work for Hexer right now, but not able to get the conversion because of the Mecha Cooper. I'm really liking these empty land options from Hexer, but an up B, and you know, he was holding in on that side B to DIing in. Is going to lose him his stock earlier than it should have, but we'll have to see if the set repeats itself, an early lead resulting in a game win. Not finding the up B, a shield, but a down B armoring through the down tilt that did 27%.
Was that the tough guy?
Yeah.
I'm pretty much started like, yeah, but I think it started after the Down tilt?
That's going to be a rage drive though, and that's going to do it. A 3-stock to 1 lead again. Both of these guys seem to just get these leads and run away with it. Both have great understanding of how to push a lead. You know, between taking those calculated risks and taking that safe damage. But again, not finding the edge guard. Imzon's recoveries have been so much better as the set goes on. But a greedy side B is going to cost him his stock. But, you know, you're still in a very good position to take this to game 5 if you're Imzon. And that could be dangerous. But good DI out on the side of Hexer. Getting a bit greedy, you know, Hexer slowly fighting his way back into this game. Again, it's these cart up Bs doing so much work for Hexer. Do you find this edge guard? It's not going to do it, but you're still in a good position to close it here. That greedy F smash, and now you got to play around Rage Drive too. But he doesn't. And that's going to be, I'm pretty sure every single game this set has been a 2-stock. Which is crazy. We'll have to see if game 5 is any different. But if it's anything like the first 4 games, this first stock will decide the set. Going back to small battlefield though. You know, both players know what they need to do to bring this set home. Both players looking as composed as ever. So we'll have to see if we see another dominant game 5, or you know, we see a close game for the first time this set. That's a big opening for Hexer. Honestly, the Mecha Cooper not doing him any favors. He would have found more damage with a couple other up airs, but count your blessings if you're Imzon. It's a big electric. Just taking the fall there, I like that. You know, you don't want to get too overzealous on your advantage state. Just taking that safe damage is never a bad thing. Hexer again not able to find these edge guards. Imzon is recovering so well. But Rage Drive online, and so far I think every Rage Drive the set has landed, so it's on Hexer to play around it. Good patience. Hexer, you know, Imzon has conditioned Hexer to be afraid of those side Bs off ledge, and Imzon just not giving it to him. But Rage Drive is nearly offline. I think 1 or 2 more hits. That should get rid of the Rage Drive, and it does. A side B, that's gonna do it. I think Hexer maybe could have lived, but DIing straight in. We'll have to see if Hexer can change anything from the previous games. But Imzon looking to extend this lead as much as possible. You know, this stock is on borrowed time. But it's that up smash again. Finding all of these kills for Hexer. We're looking at an even game, honestly, for the first time in the set, so we'll have to see which player finds the first big opening. It's looking to be Hexer, gets the grab on the neutral. Good coverage. 70%, that's huge. Rolling in, good. On the side of Imzon. Oh, what are we doing with this? Oh, not finding these F smashes either. But again, this stock is so huge. You get to dictate the tempo for the rest of the set. Oh, spin out. It's not going to do it, but Rage Drive's online, and again, these edge guards aren't being found. You got to be so conscious of this Rage Drive now. But again, it's consistently the side B's getting called out by Rage Drive. Imzon is so consistent in that option. But an up smash that's not going to take it just yet. A greedy up B from Hexer. Good awareness from Imzon to play around it, and a spin out is going to give us a last stock even game. Winner of this will go on to play Shanique in the pro bracket. Imzon finding that first big opening, but Hexer answering straight back. Oh, this is so scary if you're both players. But Imzon finds the electric, gets the gates of hell. What are we going to do with it? Do we find the edge guard? Do we opt for the corner situation? It's honestly looking to end the game with that. Is that going to do it? Going for the DI mix-up with back air, knowing Hexer was DIing for the up B. But what a DI mix-up from Imzon to close that set. Great composure all around. Wow. But both players played phenomenal, to be honest. A really good matchup, knowledge shown on both ends. it's going to be Imzon.